Culture is a way of life of a people. People all over the world are known by their culture. Today, at the Nikkei Art Gallery Cultural Day, we see a gathering of people of different cultural backgrounds, respectfully here to be treated to Nigeria's cultural hospitality.
So we'll start you off with the Cultural Day, which is the reason most countries of the world are here today at Nikkei's Art Gallery.
And in focus, we have clips of Nigerian cultural dances, fashion.
That's right.
And of course, perhaps we're going to teach them how to do the tie and dye today.
That's right. And the group, Aduni Nefertiti,
are also here today. So
you're going to be entertained by their sonorous voices.
Oh wow, you're in for a great time. So stay with us and don't you go anywhere.
Aduni Nefertiti, an all-female a cappella group, were on hand to entertain guests with songs from different parts of Nigeria.
If you haven't been to Nikkei's Art Gallery, you haven't been to Lagos or perhaps not even to Nigeria, because this is the focal point of all different Nigerian artistic streams. And always I come to this place, I discover something new, which really gives me insight into the history and all forms of arts here in Nigeria.
There was the tie and dye process, which is part of the skills acquisition program Chief Nike Ekundaye, a culture enthusiast and art entrepreneur, is passing on to younger generation. Here we are taken through the process of tie and dye amidst entertainment from cultural troops present.
red. What's your name? Orange. Red.
Okay. Okay, and this is what? What's this?
What color is this?
This is red.
Who is the owner? I should put it that you know.
We don't have black.
Yeah, you like black?
Yeah. Well, I think I'll just do red. I'll do just red.
Some of our guests had this to say about their experience.
Culture is rich, it's very strong, but when you say Nigerian culture, it's almost difficult to define because there's so many different tribes, so many different regions, so many different traditions. So summing up Nigerian culture is not easy.
So you love the fashion?
The batik, I think, is rich, and you know, I guess because they're still doing it the traditional way.
Okay, so that's quite appealing.
Yes.
Okay, what about our music? Like the drums and stuff. Is it so different from what you have back home?
It influences what we have back at home, but I think here it's more traditional.
It's more traditional.
Yes.
Did you learn any Nigerian dance today?
No, but I loved it.
Okay, so where are you from again, just for the camera?
From Trinidad and Tobago.
And what's your name?
Danielle.
Danielle. Okay, good to see you.
Okay, nice meeting you.
Pleasure is mine.
You can see a lot of people are really enjoying the coming together of today. And I think this is one of the things we should be doing regularly, to highlight the importance of our culture and also to bring home and drive home to people who are also alien to this land that we have a very vibrant and a very important culture.
Cultural is, I think, one of the best expressions to really show differences and individual identities of tribes and regions and artists of person, but at the same time showing that you belong to one society.
And when we caught up with Chief Nike Kundai, she had this to say about the reason for the gathering.
Well, today Cultural Day is to bring Nigeria and other countries together. So Nigeria culture is very rich, and this is just the beginning. And every month we want to be showing the crown, the culture, the heritage of our people. Let them explore. Coming to Nigeria, they want to see how we eat. They want to see how we wear our clothes. That is why we put on the fashion show, so they can see how beautiful everything in Nigeria handmade. You are seeing the hand painted, from cotton to the loom to the dress. They have been eating with their finger. They have been pounding pounded yam. So this today is for the foreigner, and we have been able to achieve this through Goge Africa.
At the end of the day, your culture is your identity. Respect it. Celebrate it. Be proud of your culture.
Goge.
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 Africa.
Africa. Africa. Africa. Africa. Africa.
Africa. Africa. Africa. Africa. Africa. It's the only thing I want to hear. It's the only thing I want to say.
Goge Africa is for Africa and it's about Africa. Goge Africa for Africa.
Art is an imitation of life, they say, but the artist is an expression of life itself. Stand by now for Sights and Sounds.
Actually, this is a shower door. After, you remember Katrina and New Orleans, where the whole city was flooded?
Yes.
This came from a house that was flooded, like 20 feet of water. Then after the house receded, I take all the glass from the house and I paint it on the glass backward. That is, like, this is one of the posters of the festival and the thing. But this is the painting, but it's done like this. Everything is painted like that on the back of the thing. There is nothing here.
Oh, it's reflecting on...
Yeah. Wow. Everything is done backward on glass.
Okay.
And the rest is on the thing. And it's not... There is only few African I see here who ever do it in the U.S. This is what I do for a living for 27 years.
And you enjoy your work?
Oh, I love my work. I don't want anybody's job.
My name is Olaomi Banjo. I'm a visual artist from Nigeria, and I create realism, surrealism. Most of my themes, most of my concepts surrounds in, the things happening in my society, and it talks about life. And this is the title is "Lend Me Your Ears," and this talks about you being influenced by different people, you getting information from different, like the wires are more like influence. Okay. So it depends on you. When I say lend me your ears, it's not just taking it in, but it's actually making good use of it, because you could give people information, you could try to educate people, but it's up to them to take it or let it go. So the point is, lend me your ears. Don't just make my words go, but make good use of it for the benefit of humanity.
My name is Ajibade Aoyemi, a product of the Yabate College of Technology. This one is titled Our Face. Our Face, these are the features I picked from my wife's face. And
did you say your wife's face?
Yes, these are the features I picked from her, and I was just trying to work on this texture. Like this is just a texture background. I use a wasted fabric material to achieve this surface in order to render this face, so that I can probably still, under the dark, you can still see our features. Okay. And this is an expression of a little young friend that I've done some drawings about, and I've done series of drawings concerning her. And I'm carried away with her expression in the sense that I said something and she smiled about it, why me? And these are the expressions coming out from that. And that why me could happen to everybody and all that.
I know, is this the northern part of Nigeria?
Yeah, this is another part of Nigeria. This is grazing. This are cattle rearers, and they move from one place to the other to feed their cattle. And their cattle are more important to them than any other thing. And all that.
Okay, well, I would say that is abstract, is it?
Yeah. And sometimes the reason why abstract is coming into what I'm doing is, like, sometimes I just feel I want to probably go out of realism, and it's something that comes in through the mind, or sometimes dream. Like, this is a nightmare.
Nightmare, right?
Yeah, a nightmare. You can see some ugly faces.
Ugly faces, the eyes.
Yes, ugly faces.
So like a ghost.
Like a ghost. You can see some, skull, And you see some like having a horn, like an animal and things like that.
I see that.
You know, it's like Africa that we came from. You know, sometimes when you have some dreams and they try to relate or reflect those dreams to the environment you find yourself, or like the people around you is doing you or they are attacking you. Sometimes it might be your thinking and all that. And by the time you go to bed with those thinking, it gives you another view of life, and that's all. And this one is titled Angel. You can see an image coming out from the dark with the sign of the symbol of dove, like a peace, bringing a peace to the world. Yes, because of the environment, the situation of where we find ourselves, chaos is everywhere and things like that. And the Holy Spirit decided to bring peace to the world. What? In Naira, it's about 120,000, but in dollars, about $800.
I call it reflection. You know, it's like a city, you know, on the, you know, where we have an island. That's where you have water. Houses built around water. You know, showing, you know, at the night. You know, it's a night scene where you have reflection of the buildings. But this is a combination of acrylic and collage, using magazines and, you know, using my acrylic paints to achieve this effect. So the title is called Reflection. The top is just untitled. You can look at it, it can give you a lot of meanings. So it depends on how you look at it on different angles. So it's just for me to just say, you know, using my other materials, which is collage, you know, combine it with acrylic, you know, to work together, you know, and, you know, when you look at it, you can see some texture around it, you know, and it gives you feel, it gives you form.
That's a very abstract work.
Yeah, it's an abstract work. Majorly, I work more on abstract, you know.
Well, this one is different.
Yeah, that's not mine.
Is that?
Yeah, no. Most of my works are abstract, you know, and landscapes. But I hope that, you know, for the next show, which is coming up in the Moreno Valley, you know, which is opening on the 18th, you're going to see more works from Nigerian artists, you know, and other artists from the LA.
Alright, while we're still at it, I'd like you to stand by now for travel tips. Don't you go anywhere.
When you should take photographs. Photographs are exciting reminders to rekindle memories of exciting moments spent in the past. Tourists usually want to capture every of these moments at the slightest of opportunities. But most of the times, they run into troubles with the locals because of this. You may wonder why a harmless gesture such as taking photographs can lead to dispute between tourists and locals. Most people sometimes hide their faces from cameras because they believe their spirits are taken away by the tourist with each shot. Some are camera shy, and some don't just like their faces being shown on whatever platforms. Should you want to take photographs, make sure you answer the following questions. Will the locals take offense? Should you ask for permission first? Should you pay them for taking their picture? Do the locals want their pictures taken? If you find answer to these questions, you may then go ahead and take as many photos as possible. Until next week, when we meet you again, we advise you make your trips memorable and be safe. Bon voyage.
Aye, 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 aye. Goge Africa, Goge Africa, Goge Africa. Uza uza wa Goge, uza uza wa Goge, uza uza wa Goge, uza uza wa Goge.
All right, after that fashion show, what do you guys expect? I had to go put on my own Queen Aniva outfit to look regal for you.
Yeah, I hardly recognized you in this.
I know.
You look real good.
Thank you. Well, you all had fun today, didn't you?
Yes.
You did some adire?
Yeah.
What about you?
I danced.
Okay, what about you?
I danced, I sang.
Okay, and what about you?
I tried the food.
Oh, good. They all had fun today. So it's been fun hanging out with you on this episode of Goge Africa. We hope to see you again next week on this same station. Meanwhile,
stay alive.